Hey guys, so one of the questions a lot of people have been asking since the announcement of the fact that Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog is going to get an SD on BD release courtesy of Discotek Media next February is, will Sonic SatAM be next? Well, I can tell you honestly that if you're going to release, Adventures on Blu-ray, and one of the bonus features includes the amalgamated hybrid holiday special, Christmas special, Sonic Christmas Blast, which basically has the inclusion of Princess Sally in her season 1 SatAM design, but with a pink color palette and her red hair. And if you're going to include the name of the SWAPbot name to refer to basically SatAM adventure versions of them, as well as you're going to reference a city called Robotropolis, which is basically a more adventurous take on Robotropolis from SatAM. If you're going to do all that, and you're going to have Sonic kind of have a design that's, basically a hybrid of, his SatAM look, of his adventures look, I should say, but have his SatAM color palette. If you're going to do all that, then I think it's obvious what you're doing is you're sending a message that Sonic SatAM, the 26 episode cult classic, Saturday morning classic, is coming, to SD on BD, in the near future. And as I said before in the previous video where I talked about this, I'm not going to be surprised if the announcement comes in April, just in time for the movie's release. Think about that. And also think about the timing. We got this Discotek Media Day thing here in December, basically mentioning and talking about what's coming up for the rest of this month, but mostly focusing on the first 4 months of 2022, that being January, February, March, and April. Then, think about it this way. They could, if not most definitely, would do another one where they will talk about what comes up in May, June, July, and August. And don't be surprised that when they do that in April, around the same time frame that they did it here in December, that we will end up getting the announcement that Sonic SatAM, this series, is ending up on SD on BD. Don't be surprised by that, whatsoever. Because if Street Sharks, a 40 episode series, is getting the SD on BD treatment, and it only takes one Blu-ray to do it, I don't think they'll have a problem releasing something like this. And basically what they're doing is they're taking this series, now these were given to me by Frank Hill, it's Frank, and this was the initial End Circle releases. I think this is all 65 episodes spawned across 4 discs. But what End Circle did, unlike what these guys in Shout Factory did, is they squeezed a few more episodes onto the disc to save money. Basically, they were more of the cheaper alternative when it came to releasing a show like that on home video, for collection completion's sake, if you will. But this was a release by MVD Visual, and just like Shout Factory, it includes all 65 episodes spanned across 6 discs. They're basically about 11 to 10, 12 at most episodes on each disc. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't have any bonus features like the Shout Factory one had, or what the SD on BD one's going to have, but still, it's all 65 episodes. And in my opinion, what happened is after Discotek acquired the distributing license for it, as well as the other Sonic shows, because like I said, you can't put something like Christmas Blast, which is amalgamation hybrid of both shows with a certain character involved, names, acknowledging, certain, other characters, but are referenced and homages to or acknowledgments to the other Sonic shows. You don't do that unless you're pretty much dropping the hint that you're bringing the other series out down the line as well. But like I said, I think what happened is after Discotek Media gained the license to distribute the series as part of the SD on BD release, that they basically took what MVD Visuals did, and they just took the disc here and took all the episodes off all 6 discs and put them onto the Blu-rays putting them, I should say, onto the Blu-rays as we speak. So they basically took the last complete series set here, this one, by MVD Visuals, it says it right there, And they basically are starting, if not in the final process, of putting all those episodes onto the Blu-ray along with the bonus features. But again, if anybody's wondering if this is coming next, like I said, I don't see there being a problem of it not coming out. Because like I said, and anybody else will agree with this. Why would you add Sonic Christmas Blast, which is an amalgamation hybrid special, which basically has Sally Acorn in there, has the swap bots acknowledged, but with a shown in there, but with their adventures design, but basically acknowledging where they originally came from, at least the term that is. Why would you have a place called Robotropolis, which is basically, the adventures version of Robotropolis, I should say. Why would you do all that if you weren't using that as pretty much, in my opinion, a hint that, you're going to be bringing out adventures and then underground later on. Like I said, with the movie coming out in April, I think we're going to get another Discotek Media Day like event on Twitch and YouTube. And what's going to happen is they're going to announce in the coming months, which would be May, June, July, and August, that in between that time, we're going to get Sonic SatAM and maybe Underground as part of the SD on BD release. We might get that announcement a lot sooner, but I think it's going to be around that time frame, because when you take a look at the recent one we had, just about a week ago, basically what we had there was an announcement for not just what's coming out for the rest of this month, but mostly focusing on the first 4 months of 2022. So I believe not only will we get another Discotek Media like event, but that's when we're going to get the announcement, if not before then, but more likely then, of Sonic SatAM and Underground coming to SD on BD. And again, it won't take them much effort, if you will, to put those on Blu-ray, because again, if Street Sharks is getting the SD on BD treatment and it only takes one Blu-ray disc to put all 40 episodes along with bonus features, I don't think it'll be a problem for them to do the same for this or Underground. And they can include the features off that along with some new ones to go along with it. But yeah, for anybody that's wondering if we're going to get Sonic SatAM, I don't think it's a question of are we. It's a question of when are we going to get it. When in 2022 are we going to get it? And like I said, I think it'll be announced at the next Discotek Media Day event in April, just in time to tie in with the film's release itself. That's when we'll get it. That's just my opinion, though. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments, as well as in the live chat during the premiere. Like the video. Check me out at my Teespring store, especially in time for the holiday season. Also check me out at B.W. Rose's Discussions, all your favorite audio podcast locations except for Pandora. I am close to 300 podcast guys. And if you're listening to my podcast on Anchor.fm, listener support has been activated if you want to listen to me there, as well as if you'll listen to me on various other podcast affiliates that also enable video podcasts. I do have a video podcast up of my recent Topics on My Mind live stream that I did on Friday. Also, check me out at BW Roses on VENMO. Also, check me out at patreon.com/BW Roses to support me at either the $1 or $3 tier. Also, check me out at Venmo at Brian-Walmer-2. But yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Do you think I'm on the money of this? Do you think it might